Chapter 7. On the 5th day, he suddenly asks me, "A sheep eats flowers too?" I answer him, "A sheep eats anything." "A sheep eats roses?" "Yes, sure." "But roses have thorns which are guarding it. Then, what use are thorns?" I say what comes out of my mouth. The thorns are no use at all. I don't believe you. Roses are weak, so they have thorns. They think that thorns are perfect weapons, and you really believe that the flowers? I cry out, "No, no, I don't believe anything. Don't you see? I am very busy. I am fixing the plane. This is very important work for me." He looks at me. "Important work? You talk just like the men. You mix up everything together." He is very angry. I know a man. He does not love anyone, but he only loves numbers. And all day he says over and over, just like you, "I am busy. I do important work." It is difficult for flowers to make thorns, but you think that is not important? Is the war between the sheep and the flowers not important? There is only one flower in the world, but one little sheep can destroy it in a bite. You think that is not important? If someone loves a flower, that flower is the only one in the world. He is happy just thinking about that flower. But if the sheep eats the flower, he loses everything. And you think that is not important? He cries with no sounds. And I drop my tools. I take him in my arms, and I say to him, "The flower that you love is not in danger. I can draw a mask for your sheep. I don't know what to say to him." Chapter 8. On the little prince's star, the flowers are very simple. The flowers come out from the grass and go away peacefully. One day, something comes out on the ground. It has small leaves. The little prince watches very closely over those small leaves. The plant gets ready to make a flower. The flower prepares to show her beauty in her flower room. She chooses her flower colors carefully. She wants to come out when it is full of beautiful light. She is a very lovely plant. The flower gets ready for a long time, and finally, she comes out. But the flower says, "I am awake now. I don't look good." Little Prince says to her, "Oh, how beautiful you are." "Sure, I am." "I think it's time to eat," the flower says. "Please think about my needs." The little prince brings fresh water. The flower says, "I am not afraid of tigers. I have 4 thorns." "Tigers don't eat plants," says the little prince. Well, she changes her words. "I don't like the wind. I want you to put me under a glass cup. It is very cold here." And she coughs 2 times. The glass cup? The little prince loves the flower with all his heart, but he is unhappy because he thinks deeply about her words. The little prince tells his mind, "I do not listen to what she says. I just smell the flower. That's enough. But the fact is that I don't know how to understand. I should not have run away from her. Chapter 9. The little prince cleans 2 volcanoes. After cleaning, he leaves his star. He cleans the 3rd volcano. The 3rd volcano doesn't work anymore. If you clean well, volcanoes are okay. He removes the little leaves of baobabs. He waters the flower. He feels that he is very close to tears. Goodbye, he says to the flower, but she doesn't answer. At last, she says to him, "Forgive me and be happy. I love you too. I don't need the glass cup anymore. But the wind, the cool night air is good for me. I am a flower. But the animals, it's okay. Don't worry about that. Just go." She doesn't want him to see her crying.